This is the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition for Friday, April 21st. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather will stay summer-like today. Over the weekend, a big change to cool weather Sunday and maybe some strong storms during the transition late tomorrow or tomorrow night. We'll talk about the timing of the rain, the magnitude of the severe weather threat as we go. There's the water vapor satellite view early this morning. Got a shortwave trough digging down across the southern plains, producing some active weather across parts of Oklahoma early this morning, but we are quiet and mostly in the 60s. Birmingham at 63, and again, we go up in the middle 80s today. Birmingham wound up tying a record high yesterday, but again, we turn much cooler on Sunday as some of that cool air you see north of us will drop down in here. In fact, some parts of North Alabama could very well stay in the 50s all day Sunday. There's the watch warning map this morning. Flash flood watches around Tulsa, Oklahoma, Joplin, Missouri, Fayetteville, Arkansas, and we have a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles over to Interstate 35 until noon today, as the storms there could produce some hail and strong winds. This is the overall severe weather threat for the rest of today and tonight. An enhanced risk around the Red River, places like Paris, Texas, a standard slight risk over to Little Rock, and then a marginal risk up to Washington, D.C., and Baltimore. In Alabama, we have the far northern part of the state, basically the Tennessee Valley, with a marginal severe weather threat. Storms that crank up late today could produce hail and gusty winds there, but for most of Alabama, today will just be warm and dry. Tomorrow, a risk of severe weather from the deep south over to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We have the standard slight risk for much of central and parts of northeast Mississippi. In Alabama, it's a marginal risk north of a line from near Thomasville to Clanton to Piedmont. The area is in darker green, and we'll talk about that as we go. Then on day 3, which is Sunday, a marginal risk of severe weather east of Alabama. Rain for the next 7 days, numbers have come down. That's not good. You know, Birmingham has gone 16 consecutive days without measurable rain. And this is suggesting rain through Friday of next week will be generally 1/2 inch near the Tennessee state line, under 1/2 inch for most of the rest of the state. And that's not enough. And most of next week is looking dry, but let's go ahead and see what we got. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run at 1 o'clock this afternoon at 500 millibars. Shortwave energy north of the Great Lakes, shortwave coming down across the southern plain states. Down below that is surface cold front, dipping down into Tennessee from the north. And that might kick off a few storms over extreme North Alabama later today. This is the high-res HER, valid at 5 o'clock, and you can see a little batch of showers and storms coming across the Tennessee Valley. And those might produce some small hail and strong gusty winds. But for the rest of the state, today should be basically warm and dry. Again, temperatures about 10 degrees above average with mid-80s likely for most spots. Now, this is tomorrow, and you can see that there's a relatively weak surface low that's over North Mississippi. This is 1 o'clock off the GFS, and there's so many things going on. I'm not even going to list them here, but I know that people want to know, when's it going to rain? I think the morning tomorrow should be dry. That's the good news. And a pretty decent chunk of the afternoon could be dry. Let's look at the NAM. This is the 3-kilometer NAM, 4 o'clock. And it's got the line of showers and storms creeping into extreme northwest Alabama around the shoals. And I guess there might be an isolated shower out ahead of that. But this pretty much bodes well for the daytime events tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. The NAM's got the storms lined up from near Reform up to about Athens. And then by 10 o'clock, it finally comes on through Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. Now, it could be faster than this. We've seen other runs that are faster, but again, as we get closer, it just seems like the main threat's going to be really after 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon through maybe midnight tomorrow night. So that's the timing. This is the instability tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Again, this is off the 3-kilometer NAM. And there's just not much. Again, this is a very low-end, marginal, severe weather threat. That's very unimpressive for late April. This is the storm relative helicity values, 0 to 1 kilometer. And again, those are somewhat marginal, and obviously the STP shows nothing. So the main threat, small hail, strong gusty winds. Tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, from maybe 4 or 5 o'clock until midnight. We'll watch these. You got to watch every system in late April like this. But for now, the severe weather threat, generally speaking, does not look all that high. And that's good. Now, Sunday, the GFS has the surface low near Atlanta, Georgia, and it's got us in this backwash of moisture. This verifies Sunday's going to be a very cool, breezy, cloudy day with a chance of some light rain at times, mainly Sunday morning. And I think we'll need to kind of insert that in the forecast and not be as optimistic. We've been forecasting gradual clearing. That might not happen if this verifies. And again, there could be some lingering light rain on Sunday. And these are the anomalies. And again, I wouldn't be shocked if we had some folks over North Alabama not getting out of the 50s on Sunday. Very cool, raw, cloudy day with maybe some light rain at times. And then Monday, the surface low slowly moves away. Monday morning, we'll start the day down in the upper 40s. High Monday, low 70s. Very nice. Tuesday, we warm right back up into the low 80s as that thing lifts out. And this is Wednesday. We're warm and dry. Thursday, same thing. And this is a week from today. Very high amplitude pattern. Big trough in the west, a big ridge in the east. And unfortunately for us, the ridge is the more dominant player, so we're warm and dry. That could be a severe weather setup across the Great Plains, but again, no impact here. This is the end of the forecast period. Sunday, the 30th. Main wave action to the north. A deep surface low over Canada with a trailing cold front suggesting a chance of showers and storms, maybe Sunday the 30th. But again, with the dynamics so far north, that doesn't look like a severe weather look for now. But this could easily change. Numbers coming off the European ensemble. Look at that dip on Sunday with a high only at 60. That'll be a huge drop. But again, the cool snaps don't last long here in late April. We warm right back up with 80s and 70s after that on into May. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.